How inverters pull current from batteries and why you must never use 100%. A very common question I hear is, how does my inverter usually pull current from the battery to power my appliances? And the follow-up question is usually, if my battery BMS is 100 amps, does that mean I can use all 100 amps? Let's break it down properly. No confusion, no fear. The first part, how the inverter pull current from the battery. The inverter does one simple job. It pulls DC current from the battery and converts it to AC power for your house. Important word here, current. The more power your appliances need, the more current the inverter pulls from the battery. Simple example, let's assume you have a 12-volt system. If your load are TV, fan, decoder, let's say the total power is 300 watts. The inverter current will draw roughly 300 divided by 12, that's 25 amps. Easy. Now let's add a fridge of 300 watts that has a starting surge of times 2, that's 600 watts. So the total power now climbs to 900 watts. So 900 divided by 12, that's 75 amps. Still okay. Now let's add your electric iron, 1200 watts divided by 12. Alone, your electric iron is pulling 100 amps, and now your battery starts sweating. The key truth most people miss, your inverter doesn't care about your feelings and your emotions, your budget, your prayer. It only responds to the power demand. Say that again. Your inverter only responds to your power demand. It no send you. So more load you need powering equals to the more current it draws from your battery. And current is what stresses your battery, not the voltage. So the part two, where the safety rule comes in. Now, here is where professionals separate themselves. Even if your battery BMS says 100 amps max, that does not mean you should use the whole 100 amps every day. In electrical design, we apply something called an allowable safety factor, which we call it the standard factor, the standard value of 1.25. What the 1.25 rule means in plain English, you divide the maximum rating by 1.25. So your 100 amps divided by 1.25 equals to 80 amps. This means 80 amps is your safe continuous current. 100 amps is only for short burst. Running at 100 amps non-stop means battery abuse, which might damage your battery. Some battery manufacturers always specify the nominal operating current you can draw from your battery. For instance, see what 12 volt 100 amps battery has a 100 amps BMS with a nominal current pegged at 60 amps. This means you should not go past 60 amps often, and you can only reach 100 amps threshold for few seconds, say for your inductive loads like freezer, AC, and others with high starting current demands. Now let's connect this back to real life scenario. On a 12-volt system, safe continuous power using the C-Watt 100 amps battery is 60 amps times 12 volts. That's 720 watts. That's a TV, a fan, some light, your decoder, your laptop, but never your iron, your kettle, your big AC. What about surge loads? A little more explanation on these types of load. Appliances like your fridge, your freezer, your pumps, your AC, they all have startup surge. For example, fridge running 300 watts, startup another 300 watts, that's 600 watts. This surge lasts for seconds, so your BMS will allow it. But if your nominal running load is already near 100 amps, the surge will push the system into shutdown. That's why systems trip, inverters beep, and people blame installers. So the golden installer rule, if your battery BMS is 100 amps, design for 50 to 60 amps continuous load. Allow only short bursts up to 80 amps. That's allowing 1.25 safety value. Never size load at full rating. Higher voltage systems like 48 volts means less stress on your system. Now the final takeaway. Your inverter pulls current based on your load demand. It doesn't negotiate with battery limit. And for your important job, your role in this, You have to respect your battery and the BMS. You have to respect the design and respect the red line. You have to leave breathing room for your battery. A system that runs quietly is a system that will last long. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below.